At some point, if you have a GMC truck, you're gonna be faced with the question, do I keep my MagneRide suspension or do I upgrade to something better? Today, we're working with an owner that faced that exact same question, and here's how we walked him through it. This truck is a 2018 GMC Denali 1500, and as I mentioned earlier, it is equipped with the MagneRide suspension. At a recent visit to his local dealer, they pointed out that it fails inspection because the shock is actually leaking fluid.
So yeah, leaky. You don't want that.
Replacing shocks and struts is something to do at generally the 80 to 100,000 mile mark. And so the owner of this truck visited me and said, what should I do? Should I keep this MagneRide suspension or upgrade to something better? And ultimately, after pricing all of this stuff out, we ended up at replacing it with the Bilstein 5100s. The Bilstein 5100s are an awesome shock because I feel like they give you more precise handling, better feedback, and less electrical stuff to worry about. Now there's gonna be two components to this build, replacing these struts with the Bilstein 5100s, but then also we need to make sure that this truck does not have any error messages on the dash because we are disabling the current MagneRide system. MagneRide shocks are shocks that are filled with like a metal dust, if you will, in the oil and can change valving based on the electrical charge to that shock because the fluid viscosity is actually changing with charge. Seems like a complicated system, and it kind of is. And when new, it rides pretty good. But when faced with the opportunity to upgrade, I think choosing Bilstein 5100s are an awesome way to go. David's over here, he's just getting started. The tires and wheels are off, so let's follow along as we get this thing all replaced and get this so the check engine light and no error messages are on the dash.
So, we have these blown out factory MagneRide struts. They're leaky, they're making a mess, nobody likes that. We got some Bilstein shocks to go in place. We gotta pull these struts out, assemble the new ones, and put them back in. What do you even need to do to take this thingy off? Get out of my way. What are you, too good to get out of my way? Pre-COVID, the used car market was still reasonable. There's force induction, it's gonna cost more to maintain. They're supposed to keep the oil in them. Cool, dude. Yeah.
Leaky boy.
All right, over to the strut compressor. There we go. About to go.
You don't have an easy pass? That's the only time I go to the turnpike is one time.
So normally you can adjust the ride height with a snap ring, like 3/4 of an inch at a time. I think each groove is. Oh, don't zoom in, you don't.
Is that a camera command for me?
No. Yeah, do it the right way. That's better. Now the snap. Ah, stay. Trick. There's a floating thingy in there. Why make my life difficult? Spring compressor. Don't tell me that these are wrong. So if you look down in there, there's like a floating washer, and there's also
See that bad boy?
the rubber bushing with a metal sleeve, and that needs to fit over this. And I think it's just hitting this step out instead of going down. It's not going far enough down. There's no threads. It's smaller. Cool. It's not what pants are for.
That's what pants are for.
Rag.
Let me do some research.
All right. We'll be right back. Technical difficulties. I don't even know where to start, but everything's different between brain fart, what do you call this? MagneRide. Between non-MagneRide struts and MagneRide. So bump stops are different, strut tops are completely different. The MagneRide one has a built-in bump stop retainer. The non-MagneRide one has a separate bump stop retainer. And to stop all of this stuff from just falling all the way down in the shock shaft, they have this spacer, let's call it, that has a very specific machined ridge that also doesn't fit over the other strut. So we get to make one. So we just happen to have a 14mm ID sleeve laying around the shop that I'm gonna cut into a spacer to make that all work. Where'd it go? Got him. Alright, made up a new spacer for the 14mm shock, 1/4" depth, and a happy fit. Because the bump stop hits there, so that like stops the top of the shock from being blown out by the bump stop. All spacer we had to make. Go right there in the bump stop cup. Okay, it's over it.
If you could like make that like 15% more belligerent, take it.
Sad, are your shoes tied?
Am I Suey slide? Hey, Eric.
Not here.
Okay, how are you? It won't go too far past the race. Alright. Now, what actually? Yeah. I wouldn't have known if you had said it the other way. Why is it so warm in here today? Is it like hot outside or something? Alright, so when you get rid of the MagneRide struts, since they're electronic, you get a warning up on your dash to service suspension. You got a kit here from Engineering for a little module you plug in, and a new OBD port to replace the one that you're then blocking off, and it'll turn your light off for you. And take this guy, plug that in there, and that'll go back up and replace your OBD port. Pretty simple.
So we've got the GMC Denali all wrapped up. Of course, we did it on our alignment rack and got a perfect alignment. We definitely recommend any time ride height is changed or steering or suspension components replaced, alignment's done to make sure that the truck handles smooth and tires are worn perfectly. I recently texted the customer because it's been about a week since we did this install, and he was really impressed by how the new Bilsteins handle, especially compared to his old MagneRide struts that were leaking and definitely overdue for replacement. Now, while that truck isn't as old as this thing, thinking about when to replace shocks and what shocks you use is something that is absolutely important. And for this owner, evaluating cost and performance, the Bilsteins were a perfect option. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was entertaining and educational for you. By all means, if you need us, we are here. Also, be sure you follow us on all of our social platforms. Thanks for watching.
I want this, no, I want that. No, I'm gonna take that up there. No, I'm gonna bring him, I don't know. I'll shock your factory.
Whoa, David, it's bad.
Bad. No, down.
There's a certain way that it lines up with the pin. There we go. I lined it up with the pins. God, finally.